How long do you think a batch of OOS-ta-kah-kah can last for?
The thing is, if you put it in your freezer, in a few days, something happens because you go down there and get it, and it's been dug into. Somebody's been eating it. Who would do that? First, get your pans together, and you got to get your milk beforehand, a couple days before.
If you want to skim the cream off.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. This is how she brought it to me. You must be able to buy it that way.
Oh, really?
Some people don't use cultured milk.
But some
Oh, yeah.
do.
Oh, they
man.
do?
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that do.
Is that controversial?
We call it cheating.
Probably.
We're going to start with the double boiler.
Oh, here,
Hot water in the bottom of our fancy pans, just to heat up the milk on the stove.
you can't just put it on the burner, though. It gets hot too quickly.
And for a 9 by 13 pan, we use 1.5 gallons of cow's milk. Still, the biggest challenge is getting the cow's milk, but now they, I think,
Yeah.
sell it at the dairy. I mean, if you could go to the store and buy cow's milk, we would make it more often. It's just simpler. We've done this a lot of years using the same pans. We don't measure, but it's approximately 1.5 gallons. Oh gosh. See that one?
I didn't see anything. I'm going to take a cup of this cold milk out of here because we have to add flour to it. Just put it in the bowl. Put the flour in there and stir it up. And then just whip it up with the whip so it'll be all ready to put in the milk when it gets warm. And when the milk gets warm, it can't be hot, it's just warm.
Is there a temperature there precisely, or how do you know when it's warm enough? Is that
It's your
just
job, Mom.
You stick your finger in there, test.
I have the rennet tablets that we got at the grocery store. And while the milk is warming up, we're going to dissolve them in some lukewarm water, a couple tablespoons.
what are rennet tablets? Is that
That's what causes the milk to curdle.
It separates the curds from the whey.
And can you just buy those rennet tablets anywhere?
Yeah, in the store.
You can in our store just because we make
If you're
Ostkaka.
Swedish, you can buy it. You can usually find it.
So if you're, only if you're Swedish, it just pops out in the store.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good marketing right there.
At the market in Wausau, Nebraska.
it'll take a while. Our landlady came out to the farm one day when we were out there, and she said, "You have to learn to make OOS-ta-kah-kah because everybody makes OOS-ta-kah-kah in Wausau." So she showed me what containers to use and what we should have, and we made it up that night and ate it. It was so good. Put some strawberries or lingonberries on there, and it's just wonderful. But I suppose there's some people that say they don't like it, but how can they?
Her recipe
It's very good.
is dated 1963 from
Oh,
Maple.
yeah,
So-
that's when it was, and it's been a long time ago.
And you can freeze it. We've done that.
Oh, it's good frozen.
What would you describe the texture as?
Well,
You can
it's,
taste the curds in there.
Yeah.
And it's a little chewier, I would say.
other people make it different ways. They use cottage cheese in it or skimmed milk, but I don't really like those kind. Yeah, mock. Yeah, you want to be careful so you don't get that milk hot, kind of in limbo while that's heating up. What if it's a flop?
Come back tomorrow.
Remake.
So the milk is warm. And we're gonna add the rennet tablets to the flour mixture. They should be all dissolved.
So you put this in the milk. That's what thickens it to get the whey out of it. So now you gotta just wait until it gets thick.
And you have to monitor this part really closely.
No, that's just a good time to have a cup of coffee, and
Yeah.
in 15 minutes we'll check it again.
You wanna make your eggs yet? Or-
So I usually try to get the cow's milk a couple days ahead of time so that the cream rises to the top. And then I take the cream off, and that's what I use in the recipe, and that's what gets added to the curds.
The cream.
If you don't want to do that, you can buy table cream or half and half in a pinch, because the milk is pretty rich. But that's just how we've done it. We just skim the cream off and use that.
Now, Denise is gonna get her egg mixture.
So the recipe calls for 6 eggs. I got farm fresh. Just gonna beat up the eggs first. And then I'm gonna add a 1.5 cups of cream that I skimmed off the milk. A 1.5 cups of sugar. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And a tablespoon and a half of vanilla. And we wait for the milk to curd.
Is it coming? Oh, here it comes. See how it's, see, what should I say?
Thickening.
Come in pieces now. Gotta be patient making this.
More time to chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good social activity. Okay, so we got some good curds happening here. Really setting up nice. So this liquid is called whey, and we're gonna separate the curds from the whey.
Woo, that is full.
You're not supposed to woo.
Oh, sorry.
And you need to let it drain quite a while and kind of keep stirring it, because it keeps making more liquid
Yeah,
as you go.
for sure.
And you'll have watery OOS-ta-kah-kah if you don't get all the way out. So you can see it just kind of keeps creating more liquid in there. And then we're gonna watch it. Sometimes it makes too much whey, and then we still drain some off. So you can see all that. There's still a lot in there. Probably will drain a little more.
So it doesn't fall. It's always better though if you leave a little whey in it.
Just so it doesn't get too dry
Yeah,
when you make it.
I think that's okay, don't you? And we'll put the eggs in there,
Yep.
and that'll be it.
Take this egg mixture, stir it a little bit more. The cream and the sugar.
You just stir it up and put it in a pan.
You just mix it so that you kind of break some of the curds out. That's what she said.
Yeah. Denise put Pam in the pan, trying to get some of those curds.
Really large.
Yeah.
Just breaking them up.
So it makes a big pan full.
It's ready for the oven.
Yeah, it's a delicacy. You can thank the Swedes.
We put 325 degrees for about 45 minutes. We'll check it, make sure it's set in the middle. If it's still jiggly, it's not quite done.
What are some of the most common mistakes that you'd say that people make when making Ostkaka?
Well, you gotta have enough rennet. And if the rennet doesn't work, you gotta put a little more in there.
Yeah, and finding milk.
Yeah,
You can find the raw milk. It's best.
yeah.
So you would say yours is the best by far.
I think you need real cow's milk.
Okay, that's good.
I worked on the smorgasbord committee quite a few years and watched the OOS-ta-kah-kah come in, and you definitely can tell by looking at it.
Yeah.
You talking?
It's all good. I won't say that, it's not good. It's just a difference.
Would you say you're not a real Swede if you don't make it this way?
Nope, I'm not gonna say that.
Let's see, how's it looking down here? Oh, it's cooking around the edge.
All right. So when you jiggle it, it's pretty set. That's just kind of how you know. You can stick a toothpick or something in there, but it'll come out clean. So. That is the finished product. Enjoy. Let it cool or eat it hot. Usually strawberries is the most popular. You're probably not going to find the lingonberries, so. Or eat it plain. Very good. Even though it's super hot. There you have it, and it'll set up more as it cools.
Alvan, very glad, så bör man dricka till vinestackar alla så gör ner. Don't ask me what it means.